BMW calls it the ultimate driving machine. For most of the lineup, it's the ultimate depreciating machine. Buy the wrong one new and the badge quietly bleeds you tens of thousands, up to 60 grand on the big ones, while you're still making payments. And the one that bleeds hardest isn't the cheap one. It's the flagship in every billboard. 7 levels of BMW. From a 40 grand starter roundel to a Bavarian classic that sells for $500,000. But the badge lies to you about money. What you keep has nothing to do with what you pay. The 6-figure flagship holds less than the cheapest car on the lot. And the letter every enthusiast pays a premium for, the M, is secretly where your money is safest. Because the smallest, cheapest M outholds everything else BMW sells new. One stat settles all 7 levels. How much value is left after 5 years? Stay to level 7, where a BMW stops costing you and starts paying you. Level 1, the 2 Series. The cheapest roundel money can buy, around 40 grand. But cheapest hides a trap, because 2 completely different cars wear that same badge. The 2 Series, Grand Coupe is the front-wheel drive 4-door, built on the same bones as a Mini, and it bleeds like an entry car should. About 52% left after 5 years, almost half your money gone. The 2 Series Coupe is a different animal. Rear-wheel drive, the same bloodline as the M2, and it quietly keeps about 64%. The third best retention of any BMW you can buy new, better than cars costing twice as much. Same name, same showroom, a 12-point swing in what you keep. So level 1 already hands you the rule of the whole video. The body you pick matters more than the badge on it. Buy the coupe, not the Grand Coupe, and the cheapest BMW becomes one of the smartest. And the hottest version, the M2, we save for level 6, because it doesn't just top the 2 Series, it tops every BMW you can buy new. Level 2, the 3 Series and its coupe cousin, the 4 Series. The car that made BMW, the sports sedan the whole class gets measured against. Here's the surprise, on resale these are merely average, not the bloodbath you'd expect. The 3 Series keeps about 53% over 5 years. The 4 Series coupe about 50%, both a long way from the disasters higher up this list. So the knife at this level isn't resale, it's the upkeep. Across the brand, a BMW averages about $300 a year more than the typical car to run, and it visits the shop more than twice as often, and the day that factory warranty expires, every dollar of that lands on you. The electronics, the cooling system, the stuff that feels special all turn into invoices. So skip the showroom floor. Let the first owner swallow the early drop and pick one up certified pre-owned at 2 or 3 years, while Munich is still footing the bill for the parts that fail. Level 3, the 5 Series. The Executive Express, near flagship comfort with a chassis that still begs to be driven hard, for tens of thousands less than the 7 Series. But the resale tells a colder story, about 44% left after 5 years. It's a big German sedan, and big German sedans get hammered on the used market no matter how sweet they drive. Tempted by the electric i5? It's worse, 30% left at 5 years against 44 for the gas car, because BMW's EVs age out fast and off-lease cars stack up on the lots. Buy the 5 Series to keep, not to flip, or buy it used once somebody else has taken the beating. And if you want a BMW that resists depreciation instead of feeding it, the answer isn't a bigger badge, it's a smaller body, and the next level proves it. Level 4, the X SUVs, and they expose the real rule of this entire lineup. Size, not badge, decides what bleeds. The compact X3 keeps about 50% over 5 years. Respectable and better than the 5 Series we just left, but here's the honest part, it does not outhold the small cars below it. A 3 Series keeps more. The 2 Series Coupe keeps a lot more. The X3 is simply the only X worth owning for resale, because the bigger you go, the harder you bleed. The X5 holds around 47%, and the 3-row X7 sinks to roughly 44%, sliding to the bottom with the big sedans. So the lesson was never go SUV, it's go small. Take the X3 over the X7 every time, and a 3 Series or the 2 Series Coupe over both if getting your money back is what actually matters. Level 5, the 7 Series. The flagship, the most advanced machine Munich builds, and the worst money decision in the whole catalog. Brace for this, about 38% left after 5 years. A 6-figure flagship that holds less than a $40,000 2 Series. IC Cars ranks it the 6th worst depreciating car in America, period, shedding nearly 62% of its sticker, far below the average big luxury car. Why is it this brutal? Nobody pays used car money for last year's flagship tech, and an out-of-warranty 7 Series can hand you repair bills bigger than the car is worth. The electric i7 is uglier still, over half its value gone by year 3, nearly 3/4 by year 5. But that brutal crash is exactly your opening, on one condition. Never buy this new. Let someone else eat the first 4 years, then grab it for cents on the dollar, and only with a written extended warranty, because that warranty is the one thing standing between you and those repair bills. No coverage in writing? Walk away. Level 6. The M Cars, where motorsport stops being a sticker and starts guarding your money. These are the best holding BMWs on the new car lot, full stop. Lead with the champion, the M2. It keeps almost 68% over 5 years, the highest retention of any BMW you can buy new. A compact rear-drive M wired straight to BMW's racing department, and the used market fights over it. The M4 Coupe sits just behind at about 65, comfortably ahead of its own base car. Now the part the badge worshippers get backwards. You'd bet the M3 Super Sedan is the M to hold. It isn't. The G80 M3 is the softest of the three at about 53%. Still no bleeder, but a 4-door Super Sedan just isn't hunted on the used market the way the compact M2 or the M4 Coupe are. And read what that still means. Even the weakest M matches the base 3 Series and buries the 6-figure flagship. The M isn't a vanity tax. It's the one badge here that guards your wallet. Take the M2 or the M4, and you pocket the performance and the resale. Still, even these shed a little. The only BMWs that actually gain have to come from off the new car lot completely. Level 7. Walk straight past the new car lot. What does the person who truly gets BMW keep in the garage? Never the flagship. They hunt the ones Munich stopped building. Start with the 80s E30 M3, the homologation special, the car every modern M is still chasing. Here the graph flips upside down, it doesn't fall, it climbs. Clean examples average around 85,000 today, and the rare Sport Evolution breaks 200,000. Then the Z8, the hand-built aluminum roadster that stickered at 130 grand back in 2000 and now trades north of 200,000, the best of them pushing 400. And crowning all of it, the 3.0 CSL Batmobile, the winged racing homologation that changes hands between 400,000 and nearly 600, one of the most coveted BMWs of its era. Below this line, a BMW spends your money. On this line, it makes you money. Stack all 7 side by side. Sticker prices climb from 40 grand to over $500,000, but the value you keep flat out refuses to follow. It holds on the small and the sporty, collapses on the big sedans and the big SUVs, hits rock bottom on the 6-figure flagship at 38%, rockets back up on the M2 and the M4, and only the classics tear clean through the ceiling. The takeaway was never spend more. It's skip the flagship, skip the big SUVs, put your money on a 2 Series Coupe or an M2, and if you want the car to pay you back, buy the BMW Munich quit building 3 decades ago. Here's the part the salesman will never say with a straight face. Most of these are leaks dressed up in a roundel. Want the badge on the cheap? A used 2 Series Grand Coupe. Want the drive? A 3 or a 5, kept for the long haul. Want your money back out? The M2 new or a 2 Series Coupe used? Want the only BMW that actually pays? Buy the one they retired decades ago. And never ever hand over flagship money for the fastest leak in the catalog. You're not buying the propeller. You're buying whatever's left of it in 5 years. That's the BMW verdict. The flagship bleeds, The small and the sharp hold, and the classics print money. Hit subscribe because Porsche is next. And with Porsche, the gap between the one that doubles your money and the one that quietly ruins you is razor thin.